Hello everyone, welcome back to Teach Me Money Methods. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to make money on Fiverr and some of my experiences. So on this page, I can show you how much I've made on Fiverr, which is $1,488. That was a result of 151 orders, and my average selling price was $12.64. Now that's one of the keys, is trying to find a gig that you're able to do more custom orders for, and your audience or your customer base is willing to pay more than just the $5 for each gig. And there's several categories that you can sell in order to achieve higher earnings per gig instead of just getting the traditional $5, which Fiverr actually takes a cut of that, 20% of that. So you'll actually only earn $4. So as you can see here, I didn't sell on Fiverr for a while, and I've done this throughout the years. I've had multiple accounts focused on different niches. In this case, these earnings are a result of, for the most part, one category of gigs, and I'll share that in a moment. But as you can see, I turned it on at the very end of July this year, earned a couple bucks that month, did a couple gigs, and then it just skyrocketed that next month, and I made almost 300 bucks on Fiverr. And then I did a little bit, and I kept getting orders. You can see that it continued to increase over to here. I had an order that was, I think it was a $75 order, and for whatever reason, it didn't really work out, and so we ended up mutually canceling that order. That's why you see that canceled on there. But as you can see, that I started off September as well, and I could have kept going. I really could have built this up to $500 to $1,000 a month, and I could turn this back on because I know how to do that. I can turn this back on. So if I go to gigs, as you can see right now, I'm not actively selling, so I have nothing that's active right now. But I do have several gigs that are paused, and there's several here, and I can tell you that with Fiverr, it's trial and error. You got to test out. You got to put up your 10 gigs that you're allowed. Actually, I think right now you're allowed 7 gigs as a new seller. Till you reach level 2 seller, then you get an additional 5 more gigs you can post. As you can see, I have a variety of different types of gigs. Most of them are in the video creation and voiceover kind of niche, and I can show you that this gig here was my top selling gig. I would do 600 word voiceover for only $5. You can see I had 77 reviews. I had a 4.9 rating. Let me see if I can actually open this up, if it'll let me, in a incognito window to see if, first of all, see if it just shows up on Google. There it is. So it shows up on Google. I'm going to click on it. It's still indexed, which is good. The reason why I did that is because I want to show you, this is the only way you can actually check and see how many favorites you have. So this gig's on hold right now. I'm not actively selling, but 159 people have saved this as their favorite because it's built up. This is built up, and you can see all the stats here and just all the 5-star reviews that I receive on the gig. So this one really worked out, and this one I continued to get orders, and but I wanted to kind of show you some different things that you can do. Now, if you have a decent voice and you don't mind doing some voiceovers, the voiceover work is actually pretty easy because you're just basically reading a script. You're basically just reading and getting paid for it. And eventually, a key tip was at the beginning, I was actually doing more words per $5 in order to get this gig. So I was over delivering on my gig. So if I go back here to my notes, you must offer something unique in your gig and put your own spin on it and over deliver in the beginning. And that's what I was doing here by offering, I think I was offering $1,000 per gig. And so 1,000 words for $5, most people would say that is just ridiculously insane. You're not smart for doing that. But I was able to build up and get a bunch of reviews and over deliver. My time is, I was giving a lot more time. The customer was definitely getting the huge value, and I wasn't making very much money. But then I was able to get a lot of reviews and then I was able to reduce it by almost half and still continue to get orders, even though I'm not the best voiceover artist on Fiverr. But people liked going to me because I could do big projects for them and they could get a lot more bang for their buck. So keep that in mind. You've got to sacrifice some. You've got to over deliver because Fiverr is so competitive that, when you see these videos on YouTube that say, make money on Fiverr and you can make, start making $100 a day on Fiverr. Little to no work at all. Like, that's just not going to happen. I've had multiple Fiverr accounts. I've done logo design. I've done voiceovers. I've done SEO and sold backlinks. I've done writing, like everything you can think of. And those are all the lucrative niches, but they're also competitive. And you can't just start an account as a new seller, put up some gigs and then start making $100 a day. It just does not happen like that. If people are telling you that, it's just completely overhyped. It's not possible. You're not going to be able to do it. But going into here, I typed in voiceover, right? And just to give you some examples so what I would do is if you did voiceover work, I would always start your gig off with 24-hour delivery, because you're already putting yourself in a category of a lot of people are going to be looking for a free 24-hour delivery service. So if you're able to offer your gig for, and deliver it in 24 hours or less, then that's going to put you ahead of the curve already, because a lot of other people that are established, they're going to be delivering in three days or more. So I would start off any gig you start, if you're going to start on Fiverr, I would start off at all your gigs at 24 hours. And there's different ones up here. You could click on voiceover, 24 hours, and you could just look at some of these guys. I mean, look at how some of these guys are charging $120 just for their one gig, and they're a top rated seller. So this guy charges $120. He has one order in the queue. So even imagine if you got one order per week. One order per week, you're making $500 a month. And he charges $120 just for 75 words. So he's definitely established. He's definitely a professional, and people are willing to pay top dollar for his voice. Let's check out another one. Here's one a little lower in price. He does 225 words for $75, but check it out here. This guy has 7 orders. 7 orders in his queue. So, just showing you what the possibility of what's possible on Fiverr. If you can find a niche that you can do like this. So for example, he's $75 times 7. He's got $525 worth of orders, and he could easily, because he has 225 words per gig times 7. He's got 1,500 words to record. And I can tell you right now, after doing voiceover for a lot of voiceovers, that this can be done in 1 hour or less, depending on how he does his voiceovers. For me, for sure, that word count could be done in 1 hour or less, really easily. I can actually do 1,000 words in 10 minutes. And so he could make $500 than $25 in 30 minutes or less. And so this just shows you what the possibility is. There's a couple other niches I wanted to show you real quick that I've been successful in. You could do promotional videos. I've done those. You could do logo design, video creation gigs like kinetic typography. I could type that in, kinetic typography video. Now I used to have another account where at one point I was in the top 4 for kinetic typography video about 5 years ago. And I like to find the first one that's $5 right here. This is what you should compare yourself to if you wanted to get into this. Find the first one that's ranked for its keyword and that's $5, and just check it out and see how many orders they have. So they don't have any orders in their bucket right now, but they do have 107 reviews and they're at 5-star. So I would say these guys generally get an order every single day. They had a ton of reviews a couple weeks ago. They probably haven't had as many orders in the last week or so, but the gig is definitely active. The top rated $50. Let's see what they have. They have an order in their queue, so there's $50 right there, and this person could have ordered the $100 or the $150 one. The last one is image removal. This one, so another strategy would be, so these are some of the competitive niches: video, voiceover, writing, logo design. Those are probably the 4 biggest niches you can get into that are going to be very competitive. So you're going to have to find your edge if you're a new seller and you want to sell in those, but you still can do it. It's just going to take some hard work. Maybe another strategy, a better strategy into today, since Fiverr's been around a long time and there's a lot of sellers on there, is to search for something like image background removal. Might be a little bit less competitive, and you could use just a simple software, free online so some of these gigs, let's see what the top rated one has. $5, have 745 reviews. They have 3 orders in the queue. They're probably getting 3 to 5 orders a day, which if you just, say that each one is only $5, they're making $20-25 a day just from posting this gig up here. They have some extra things that they offer, $15 and $35, but I like to see what the bare minimum for a gig would be. And so this would be one that you could probably get into, is background removal, like something like this. This one just started, so they're ranked in the top 2, 4, 5, 6. They're ranked number 7 for background removal, and you can see they're a brand new seller. They don't have any orders in the queue right now, but that shows you that you could put up a gig and most likely rank in this category. So this is just an example of how you can find these other niche categories that aren't necessarily something you think of right away, and you could get in there and start getting some orders completed and start making some real money. And this exact gig here, so to remove, if you were a good reason to use this service is even for like a YouTube thumbnail design, or someone on Amazon that has Amazon clothing that they sell, and they have a model that they need to remove the background so they can make a picture for Amazon, or like I said, a YouTube thumbnail. In order to make this person here transparent, this is the reason why someone needs this service. And you can actually sign up today, sign up to a Fiverr account, add this as a gig, and you can go to remove.bg. So it's a remove image background service. And you can select your photo. And I've actually used this for another person's YouTube channel where I was making some thumbnails for them on the side. And I've actually was making some viral thumbnail type designs. And you can upload an image like this, push a button, and then it will remove everything but the person. And then you're able to take that transparent person and throw it onto an image, and it looks really good. it works really well, because before I found this site, I actually had to use a tool. I think I used PicMonkey. If you've heard of PicMonkey and Canva, I used PicMonkey, and you had to get the eraser tool, and you had to carefully go around the person the entire time. It took a lot of time, actually, to remove, and then you had to remove the background, and it just took forever. So this tool right here is really, really cool. So that's about it for today's video. Just wanted to show you what's possible. That, you know, if you're struggling to make money online, if you're a beginner, this going to Fiverr and creating some gigs, go in there, and I believe you can make 7 gigs as a new Fiverr account. Go do some research. Find some niches that you feel you could complete the gigs that don't take a lot of time to do, and post those gigs. Do some nice image design for your thumbnails. It's a little bit like YouTube. You have to do an image, and take action. Take action today. Take action so you can start making some of that, some money, to where you can reinvest this money. You can reinvest this money back into your business for advertising. If you're doing affiliate marketing, you could put this money back in. If you were making a couple $100s a month from Fiverr, from just working 15 minutes a day, now that is realistic. 15, 30 minutes a day to do a couple gigs. You're making $10 a day. That's $300 a month. Now you can take that $300 a month. You can buy the software tools that you need. You can do Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and you can put that money back into your business, and to start building that passive income stream that you're looking for. So hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on my future videos. Until next time, thank you.